Hi everyone, I'm AK Lee, romance author and identical triplet. Yes, I'm in my car doing this video because I'm a mum and I have to take opportunities when I find them to do a video. So this is my opportunity to do the video. Alright, I'll get straight into part one, which is domestic violence halted my how domestic violence halted my writing career. Alright, so a few years ago, I got myself into a relationship that was violent in every way you can define that. When I brought up to him that I wanted to be a writer, well, I actually showed him some of my writing. And I've talked about this in another video. He told me I wasn't smart enough to be a writer, and who did I think I was to think that I could get a Harlequin contract and many other things. And every time I attempted to sit down and write, he would stop me, either physically, verbally saying things, emotional manipulation, etc, etc, etc. Now that, because I was with him for a few years, that put a stop to my writing career. I just gave up on the idea, and even after I left him, I didn't really pick the thought up again. It just wasn't something that entered my mind that, oh, start writing again, you're not with him anymore, there's nothing stopping you. It just didn't enter my mind. Now fast forward and how to part two of this, and how did domestic violence ignite my writing career and get it started again? Well, it's a bit of an interesting story. So I had a dream one night, and it was a domestic violence dream, which wasn't unusual for me because anyone who's been through a similar situation will know that nightmares, dreams, you know, about domestic violence and reliving those situations through dreams is quite common and normal. However, the thing that stood out about this dream was that it wasn't myself and my ex in the dream, which it usually was. It was another woman, and it was her partner, and I thought, oh, that's a bit odd. And I knew a little bit of the backstory as well, and I thought that's a bit strange, but I just thought, oh, maybe it's a new type of domestic violence dream, and didn't think much more of it. Then I went to bed again the next night, and another part of this woman's life played out, and I thought, okay, that's very odd. But again, I didn't put it down to anything until the third night when I had another dream, and it had the same girl in it, her new love interest, and her ex in it. And I've woken up and I've thought, hang on, I've had a beginning, middle, and end dream. This is a book. This is a book. It's a domestic violence themed book. And I've got to write it. So I sat down and I wrote See Her Run, which ended up being the very first book that I managed to get a publishing contract with. That was through Pan Macmillan's Momentum division, and that was published in 2015. And yeah, so that's how technically domestic violence got my writing started again, and I haven't looked back since. I've just kept writing and publishing, and I plan on continuing to. So that's a way that you can take a positive spin from a negative experience and use it as a writer, and it certainly helped me, and I think it brought my story more real to life. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope anyone who has come out of a domestic violence situation finds a little bit of hope and inspiration from that story too. It doesn't have to define you for the rest of your life, and you can find a positivity from that situation and experience. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about me and my books, you can go to www.fallinlovewithlee.com, and also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll put all the links below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much again for watching. Bye!